What is up, guys? Paul James here, coming at you with another video today. Today we're going to be talking about how to make your first $500 to $1,000 online. So if you're excited to make your first profits online, go ahead and hit that like button right now for me. Also, if you're a new visitor to the channel, welcome aboard. We're blowing up pretty big here. Don't forget to go and subscribe, and after you subscribe, comment below saying I've subscribed so I can reply back to you. I love to welcome my new YouTube subscribers to the family, and I am just so excited that you're here with me today. So this method is great if you're just getting started, if you've never made any money online before, or if you want to make more money online than you're making right now, then you should stick around. So let's get into it. How to make $500 to $1,000. Let's hop on the computer and we'll check it out. If you ain't beefing about the money, then what's the problem? Alright guys, so we're going to start here on the site Yelp.com for this method. So what you want to do is you want to go on Yelp.com and you want to pick an industry. I like the restaurant industry a lot for this method. So go ahead and pick a city that you want to work in. You can type that in the location field and then type an industry. So I'm just going to go for pizza. And again, because I like the restaurant industry. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to search through here. There's tons of pages of listings. I'm just going to look for a listing that has, you know, not that great of a rating. So just go through and find something. So here's one that has not that great of a rating, could be better. So what you want to do is you want to go through and you want to find their bad reviews. This one actually isn't too bad. This one had a 3.5 star. You could probably find a lot worse. Like there's a 3 star. If we go back even further, we'd probably find even more. Here, 2.5 star, right? So you're going to find a lot of places that have not great ratings. So that's what we're looking for. Those are our prospects to begin with. All right, so the next thing that you want to do is you want to grab one of those reviews that you find, one of the bad ones, and you basically want to ask the business owner if they've seen it. You know, point it out to them, show it to them, ask them if they've seen it, and then you basically just want to reach out and say, you know, call me, I can make this go away, and leave your phone number and your name. Now, believe it or not, the goal of this is not to remove that review. Rather, it's to flush it out with more positive reviews. And if you think about it, not everyone's perfect. You know, it's only natural that not everyone's going to think you're perfect. So it's okay if you have some bad reviews. The point is you want to get more good ones than bad ones so that it looks legitimate. And that's really the goal here. So the goal isn't removal, is to flush them with more positive reviews, and that's why you're going to get paid $500 to $1,000 a month, is to provide that service for them. So you're going to charge a client $500 to $1,000 a month to take care of this problem for them. Business owners are willing to pay this all day long because this is a big problem that they need solved, and you're going to give them the means to solve it. So the first thing that you really want to do is you want to print postcards or some type of notice. You can have business owners print this on their receipt. You could have them hand out little business cards, or you can print out postcards that look kind of like this. And the reason why is because you want to encourage the reviews now. This is the problem, is that when you have a good experience somewhere, you're not thinking, oh, let me leave a good review about this. Normally, you only think about leaving a review online is if you had a bad experience. So like we say, it's out of sight, out of mind. So we want to push the people who had a good experience into leaving a good review. So we need to encourage reviews in general, and that's going to be step one. So you got to get some sort of notice out there to your clients' customers, and postcards are a good way of doing that. The next thing that you want to do is you got to pre-qualify the reviews, because we don't want the bad reviews going over to that Yelp listing. We want only good reviews going there. So you want to set up a one-page site like this. This is just an example of how you could do it, where they have a thumbs up and a thumbs down logo on the site. So here's kind of how this works, how this goes down. If they click that they had a great experience when they visit this site, so that's where the postcard goes, right? They go from the postcard directly to this spot. This is the outlet that they're going to leave the reviews. Now, if they hit the thumbs up button, we're going to send them over to Yelp. We're going to send them over to leave their positive review. So we've already pre-qualified. We already know that a good review is coming. But what happens if they don't hit that thumbs up? What happens if they hit the thumbs down and say they had a bad experience? If it's bad, we want to send them to a custom form that we made, and then you want this response to go over to the owner. So rather than having this bad review being posted on their Yelp listing for the entire world to see, we're gonna send this just straight over to the business owner, and he can have a chance to, you know, correct it or make the issue right with them. So you're basically filtering the reviews. You're sending all reviews to a central portal, and from that point, you're pre-qualifying them. Is it good or is it bad? And you're directing where it's gonna go. And this is why they're gonna pay you $500 to $1,000 a month for this, because this is a killer service. The problem with this method is that it's hard to get people to scan a QR code, right? I showed you this postcard before. The main way that you get people to that website with the review portal is by having them scan a QR code. But because of the effects of time and stuff like that, technology has changed. People really aren't using QR codes anymore that much. So what's the solution? The solution is text message marketing. When's the last time you texted someone, right? You're texting people every day, probably every hour. And if you can set up text message marketing and offer a discount, this method is much more effective, like 90% more effective. Now imagine this. You go out to eat at a restaurant and you get your receipt, and on the bottom of the receipt you see get 10% off this check right now. Text 10 off to 414-222-3333. Do you think that you're probably gonna take 1 minute out of your day, because you're there anyways eating, to text 10 off quickly and get 10% off the meal you just ate? Heck yes, and that's why this works so much better. Or you could even still do the whole postcard thing, only instead of having a QR code on the postcard, you hand out a postcard afterwards that says take 10% off your bill today, just text code to 414-222-3333. This method works way better, and this is essentially how you set this up. You buy a phone number. Phone numbers are really cheap, by the way. You can get them very, very cheap, like $1. And you're gonna give that number to your client, and that's gonna be your client's new number that you're gonna print on these postcards. And then you're gonna give them a keyword, like the keyword 10 off, and that's gonna be the code that you put on the postcard. So whenever someone sees this, they'll text code to that phone number, or you can put it on the receipts like that. Have your client put them on all of their receipts that they hand their clients. So you're gonna set that up, and from there, whenever someone texts that keyword, you're gonna set up a script in the text messaging platform to basically deliver that discount. And what you wanna do from that point is you wanna basically wait some time, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, could be an hour, but you wanna wait a little bit of time after they receive that coupon, and you're gonna send them into the review portal from that point. It's the law of reciprocity here at work, you know, and that is, if someone gives you something or does something nice for you first, when they ask for something in return, you're gonna feel obligated to do it. And that's the law of reciprocity. You can read about it, but that's the way it works, and it works incredibly well. So that's why this method works really, really great. So after 30 minutes or so, you're gonna send them basically into the review portal. You're gonna pre-qualify them by asking if they had a good experience or not. So they get delivered their coupon code, which basically is just gonna say something like, please show this to your server for 10% off. And then you're gonna say, hey, thanks for visiting us today. Would you recommend us? Text yes or no. Depending on how they respond here, you can do two different things. If they respond no, that they didn't, you can basically find out what happened. But let's pretend for a minute that they said they had a good experience, which probably they did, because they just got 10% off their bill, right? That's another big plus. Even if their experience wasn't that great before, now that they got 10% off their bill, they're probably a lot more happy. So if they respond yes, you're gonna basically ask for your testimonial right here. You're gonna say, well, could you please text me your favorite part about our restaurant? So they could write a review. They might say the server was great, whatever. I just did an example here. And from that point, you're gonna respond, thank you so much for your testimonial. It would mean the world to us if you could copy and paste it online at the following review site. And you give them a link. Now, when they click that link, you send them over to Yelp or any review site of your choosing, whatever needs help. So if it's the health grades that needs help, send them there. If it's Google that needs help, send them there. If it's Facebook, send them there. If it's Yelp, send them there. So you can literally help them repair their reputation on any site by implementing this, and it works incredibly well. So you're probably thinking, well, how do I set all this up? That's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother tutorial. So if you want to see a tutorial on that, I'm going to throw a link in the description to check that out. I'll show you how I automate the whole process. Obviously, you're not going to sit around texting people all day. This can be automated 100% so that you literally set it up. You get paid $500 to $1,000 a month, and this is all automated on the back end. So go click that link in the description, guys, and we'll see you over there in that next video, and I'll show you how it's done. I'm Paul James here, coming at you with another video. If you like this one, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time. Peace out.